Right, so I'm underway, coming out of the Helford River. There's a little bit of mist. It wasn't forecast, but there's a little bit of cloud cover. There is cloud cover. There's the odd patch of blue sky. It's warm, and there's not a breath of wind. I mean, not a breath of wind. Check the sail out. It's just slatting. I put the mainsail up, but it's doing nothing whatsoever. There's nothing to get into it at all. So this is another one of these variable 3. Oh no, it's a variable 3 or less. So I suppose at least this is getting a bit more accurate. This is definitely less than a 3. So as opposed to 3 or 4, and then there's no wind. But so I've got a tidal gate. I kind of worked out yesterday that I need to hit at the Lizard, which is 10:15 for slack water and 10:15 for slack water and about 11:45 for the tide to turn southwest, which will take me into Penzance Bay. Okay, this is reassuring. As I said, there's no fog on the forecast, but what I've managed to get is it's a little bit misty, but just plain pleasant over there. It's not bad at all, and I can see miles. That ship must be at least 3 miles away, so that's fine. But as I head towards the Lizard now, I've got the foresail up, I've got the Genoa up as well. I'm on a course of 140. I was aiming directly at the manacles and I could see them, and now they have disappeared in the fog. So basically it looks like I'm heading out to round the Lizard foreland, and it is swathed in fog, which is just dandy. There's me all prepared for a nice hot sunny day, because it was supposed, well, it did say it was going to be quite pleasant today. So I've got my shorts and flip-flops on, and it looks like freezing fog, storms and gales. No. So yeah, okay. So fog it is, at least for the next while. Right, so I'm just rounding Manacles East Cardinal. Now I'm off to a waypoint off the Lizard. Now the next thing is the overfalls, which I'm hoping won't be too much of an issue, just basically because there's no wind. Watching some other boats come through, and they seem to come through quite close, but I think I'm thinking again on that, and I'm going for plan A, which was to move out further offshore, basically, because now that we're getting this swell, and we have got a bit of wind, although I'm not able to use it at the moment until I change course to head towards Penzance. But I think there's enough wind currently to be of some use, so that when I do finally get to the waypoint and change course, I should, he says full of confidence, be able to sail. So I'm just keeping an eye out, because I have seen some white breakers out there. I'm just a little worried that that's the overfall, because what we've got currently is a southwest wind with a southwest running current. So the wind is coming from the southwest and the current is running to the southwest. So that's basically wind over tide, and that is going to kick up some fairly rough and confused seas over these overfalls here off the Lizard. I finally managed to turn the engine off. The engine's been running pretty much since 7 o'clock this morning. It's now 1:30. 1:30 in the afternoon. 6.5 hours. 6.5 hours of motoring. And now, because of this low pressure just coming in now, the wind speed is just up to about 8 knots. It'll continue to increase, but at the moment we've got 8 knots, which is just about allowing me on the Genoa alone to make about 3 knots towards Penzance. But it's just so nice to have the engine off. Just turn the bloody engine off and sail just for once. So I'm not bothering to, oh hello, 3.2, there you go. I think the wind speed will increase as I get underneath these lower lying clouds. So I think it'll be up 12 and 15 knots before long. And then I did say that there's this low pressure, low lying cloud coming in underneath. But this is like warm air pushing up underneath the cold air, and you can kind of see. You can see the low-lying clouds pushing under these high clouds, right? And then along that line there, I don't know if it shows on the camera, but along that line there, you can see this gunmetal blue area. Would you bloody believe it? Currently, 14.7 knots of wind. It's been steadily building since 1:30. It's 10 to 3 now. 1:02, yeah. So about an hour and 20 minutes. I've had an hour and 20 minutes of quite nice sailing. It's just starting to get a little bit chilly now.
I knew she did.
It's just starting to get a little bit chilly now as we come under the cloud proper. Alright, there's another boat coming in doing exactly the same thing. But it's absolutely bloody typical. This is actually now building. I'm doing 4.2 knots with just the Genoa up, so that would give me about 5 or 6 knots, 5.5 knots at least, 6 knots possibly, with the mainsail up as well. But and I'm within sort of I don't know, a mile or two. Mile and a half of Penzance Harbour, where I'm going to anchor outside. But the other thing is that I'm just about. Little Contessa's doing the same thing as me. I'm just about to pass St Michael's Mount. It's a great shame that I'm unable to anchor there. Because it looks great, absolutely great. I'm just going to tighten up on the wind a little bit. Let me show you. I've been enjoying this sail. This is great, but I'm kind of looking forward now to getting the anchor down, because I've been on the go since 7 o'clock this morning. So where are we? 12, Well, it's about 8 hours, isn't it? That's enough, isn't it? 8 hours. So probably 9 hours. 9 hours by the time I've anchored up. Yeah, that's enough for one day, I would have thought. All very civilised, really, apart from the fact that I had to motor for so long. Hi, right, okay. So here I am at Penzance. I've dropped the anchor. This is a bit of a... It kind of looks bigger on the chart than in real life. Where you anchor, I mean. I've got a French boat, it's closer in than me. So I probably could have gone a bit further in. But I came in level with this boat over here. He's on the other side on a yellow buoy visitor's mooring. So I came into the same sort of line as him. And then there's this French boat in here. He's a little bit closer to me. We're going to see how we sit here tonight and make a decision in the morning whether I'm either going to move the boat up to one of those moorings for a day and pay so that I feel a bit more confident in leaving it, or just take the dinghy in to the harbour and just hope for the best, although I'm pretty confident of the ground tackle, and look for a phone shop again and whatever else I need to do. But also I just want to say, like, check this out for the view. I think the lenses on these things are a bit, but then okay, so right behind me there, and I've got a feeling, in fact I know right, that this is pretty much east, so basically the sun's going to come up over that, or from this direction somewhere. So this is sunrise going to be in this direction. It looks like we're going to have another person anchored up here, which should be good. So that does fill me with a little bit of confidence. It's just not me, I think. And the wind is blowing from directly off of the land. Yeah, which is good, because over there somewhere, there, that is a south cardinal marking a line of rocks, and that's just probably about a quarter of a mile, not even that, maybe 300 meters off my stern. Those rocks are, but I think that's okay. I put the entire 200 meters, 200 foot of chain down, all of it, and I put a good long snubber on it as well, so the chain is pretty much sitting on the seabed. As long as this is, it does say on the chart good holding, so I'm fairly confident in it. If it's good, decent sand and deep, then I don't think it'll move. I don't think this will move. So we haven't moved ever, as far as I'm aware.